All right, we are going to start the session. First of all, I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Ujok, and I'm going to be the trainer for this evening. And I would like to welcome you to training. So, you have joined our training as a photographer, and the training that we are going to be covering today is going to be about getting you ready to join an organization as a photographer and to be able to work with our organization. In a previous topic that we have studied, we studied about framing the picture, how to frame different picture. Either you are taking a picture of a small child, what is required for you, including getting down low, take the picture, come to the height of the subject that you are taking, or framing a shot in general, get the outcome. Basically, that's what we learned in the previous section. Before I have gone on to the next training, I'm going to talk about the emergency procedures because it is crucial that everybody get to be informed about where we are. Emergency evacuation procedures, because we never know what will happen while we are doing it. It could be smoke alarm going off, and we will be asked to evacuate. So it is crucial that we understand where to exit. So we are inside this room. It's, the room number is V24, level 3. So the exits are there, and there's a lift. So when there's fire, we are not allowed to use lift when there's fire because if electricity goes off, we get stuck in the lift. So next to the lift, there are stairs down and then to the emergency areas, away from whatever happens. Just say like there's a fire, we get way far away from where the fire is to avoid all the explosion that might come out of the building. But thank goodness, hope that there's not going to be fire today. But nevertheless, you have to say these things. And the first aid, the sign up there, it says exit. Yeah, it shows where we need to exit in terms of the emergency. So the doors can't be blocked, and all these things need to be cleared. There any question about emergency procedures? Okay, that's really good. So going back to our topic, we are obviously going to be learning about a topic that is called contrast and composition. Contrast and composition. That's what we are going to be learning. So the way the training is going to be structured, we will get to learn the materials. Then I'll give you a chance to practice what we have learned. And then I'll ask you to do a small assignment to demonstrate that you have understand the learning, or if there are challenges with you learning the material. You are free anytime to ask any question, and I will stop and I will explain the subject. Before I have gone on, I'm going to give you these ones. It says learner's copy. So, and that is a photography design elements. And that one. So if you read on top of that, it says photo design elements. And the one there, the picture there, it's a picture of Melbourne City. So do you have any general idea about what photo design or the word design in general?
No.
Okay. So yeah, I will explain what are elements. So are you able to read not the contrast, not the composition contrast, the next one?
The two dots?
Yeah, the one says composition elements.
Okay.
In simple terms.
Yeah, in simple terms, it's an orderly or logical placing of elements in picture frame or scene you are aiming to photograph. Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to start off with explaining what is a composition
Mm.
and the word in general known as design. So design it's commonly used in art terms, and it has to do with designing things. Either you're designing chairs, a designing table, or a house, it's design. So in photography, we have design as well, because whatever is designed is going to be visually viewed by a human. When you are designing a house, the aim is to build a house that looks appealing to people.
Mm.
So in photography, when we are taking a picture, we have to think about design, because we would like people to see that picture and enjoy the picture. That's the aim of it. So, and that's where the composition comes in. Composition is, as a description mentioned, is a placement of objects in the frame. Let's say you have this A4, so you would divide this a term called the rule of thirds, where you divide the the document into three parts.
Mm.
Let's say like this is a frame.
It's called rule of third.
Yeah, the rule of third is just picturing you have a rectangle,
Mm.
and then you have to divide it into three.
Yeah.
Into three. And then all the corners you will be able to place the picture. Yeah. When you divide that, it will give you some equal layout of the frame.
Yeah.
So whenever and the other thing that we need to add as well, there's something called a breathing. Breathing, like some human is breathing.
Mm.
Yeah. A picture needs to have a breathing room. In design, it's called a bleeding areas or printing. When you print something called a bleeding area, is a small part of text. I'll give you this example. So if you look at this text now, there's a bit of space here.
Yeah.
So the designers of this program would have just leave no space here. You just place them on the edge of the document. So it's the same theory as well used in photography. It's called breathing spot. When you are taking the picture, imagine this is the frame. You would not want to have the picture take up all the space. You want to have the picture to have the room just like it, space there. So, and this is where the composition comes in. Composition is placing the objects inside the frame. We are going to be practicing that next, but I have to explain a little bit. Just say like you are taking a picture. This is the frame. Just imagine you have a frame, and you want to put a picture in this. So, the best way to put the picture, you either put it there. Just say like somebody is looking this way. You would put the picture there, and a little bit of gap there. So it's going to just going to symbolize as if somebody is talking to someone. There's a bit of space between two people. Yeah, you would be able to place it there, or a little bit there. So this is what they call composition, placing an element in the picture. Is there any question about that?
No.
Okay. Other thing to add is also has to do with if you have a lot of different things in the picture. We are taking the picture of this table. We would assume that this bench is all congested. But what would be the better way of taking a picture in a way that we will be able to see all these subjects at once, rather than just coming here to stand behind this tripod and makes it harder for people to see what is there.
Mm.
So in order to do that, you would be moving around to see if this is the picture, the frame. You will know that if this one will be sitting this part, and that one is going to be there, and that one is going to be there. So just say like this is the frame now. I'm just placing this.
Mm.
If you're looking at it from there, you'll be able to see this tripod. It's going to be on the edge. That one is going to be up there, the way they are standing on the table now. And naturally, that one is there.
Yeah.
So it's easy for people to see them all.
Yeah.
And that is composition. So the question. Uh, Before I get you to practice, we are going to move on to the next one on your list. It's called contrast.
Contrast element.
Yeah. So I will read it out. It's a blending an image with its surrounding. And that is achieved by moving objects around as well as changing subject's background. I will explain to contrast is blending subjects with its background. Well, that place that
Picture.
black and white. Yeah. If we look at that black and white now, we could see the contrast where there's a black underneath and the building a little bit black and the cloud is a little bit black. So if you look at it now, it's kind of naturally visually fitting together. Yeah. So that is a contrast. It's when you look at things, they seem to blend together. Something doesn't stand out too much out of the others. An example of that is if you are taking a picture. If you are taking a picture of a person wearing a certain dress, you would want to pick a background that if you are taking a person and you want people to see the person, you would not want to see the background, take on the background that is way too bright to the point that the eye is going to catch the background and they're not going to focus on someone. So that is a contrast. It's a blending things together to make sense. So when people look at it, they don't say like, "Oh, that is terrible." So sometimes a good picture would be ruined by a background, or a nice dress would be ruined by the background. So basically, that is a contrast, and the way that is achieved, as I mentioned, is to move around. Just say like if that way is really dimmed background, you want to move around and ask someone to move where it is closer. If that is clear, we are going to practice doing these things now. First, we are going to start with composition.
Yeah.
We are going to use this model.
Yeah.
So, composition is about placing objects on the background. So I will show you what to do. Turn the camera. So now I'm going to take this picture, but with the screen. When I take the picture and I view the picture, it will be on the side of the screen. So I'll take it, and that is make sure it's on that side. Oh, yeah. Now look. So on that side.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to took it from the left. I'll put it on the right. We're able to see the difference. See the difference?
How did you take a finger on that?
How I took it is when I look through, I'll turn it on video mode so you can see. See how you move the camera there?
Okay.
If you want to take it there, you move the camera there so you can see it there.
Yeah.
Or the center. But with the composition, we want to we have to have a breathing space. So I will show you the different. Take it. Tell me later on where it's better. Look at the hands. At the hand, there's no space over there. So let me take it on the left, on the right. And tell me what it is.
Mm. Yes. Yeah.
So if you look at it now, this picture would, given that the model is pointing the finger out, it's going to look naturally better being taken on the right than on the left. So it looks like now if we take it on the left, put it more on the left, it looks like we are missing the picture. So, but if we have it on the right, we feel that somebody just is more coming into the camera, and we will have more opportunity to take the picture while the person does. All right. The next one we are going to do is composition. So composition is about the background. I'm going to check. It's about finding the right background that blending with the subject. I'm going to take it with a normal background, with a room background, and see what difference it will make. See the room background.
Mm.
All right, let's change that. Put this army khaki in the background and see what difference it's going to make. All right, we have put the flight on.
Mm.
Us look a lot better now
Yeah.
with that army.
Got the attention, the image
Mm.
is on the because it concentrated for a second.
Yeah. So now with that image now, there's a nice background with it that creates a nice look with the picture. So yeah, to summarize a bit, we have gone through a composition, which is generally placing element in a frame to make logical sense as human. Because as human, we know what doesn't look right and what looks right.
Yeah.
So, and we have to have a design concept in our mind when we're taking it. So just so that we are designing the whatever we need to put in the frame. But in this sense, we are using our eyes to visualize and imagine it. We put this on this one, and we stand there and trying to see it in our eyes, where these subjects or things that we are taking are going to fit in nicely for people to see when they go and see the picture.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of us taking pictures is for people to enjoy the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to enjoy the pictures, they need to be attracted to pictures because the way the visual appeals to them. And we have done the contrast. Contrast comes with it as well. It's choosing the background, make sure the picture blends in, and it does enhance the visualing of the image.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there any question?
No.
All right. So, in that case, let me check. So now, if there's no question, I'll get you to do a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
With these things that we learn.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll give you the assignment after you practice. Make sure ask any question if you need to. Put that away. This is not an assignment, it's just you practicing it. So here, if you turn on the camera, then practice with composition. Yeah. You put on, if you want to take the picture while you. So start to the left. And
Okay.
yeah, here it also remember the gap between the head of the person is a little bit close, so the top part of the screen and the head of the person is a little bit narrow. So now put it on the right. I'll show you this. Grab that. See your hand there?
Yeah.
Press that. There. Yes. And you use this finger to take the picture. Oh, see how I'm on the toward the left or the right side. If you want to focus, you the ring focus.
Yeah.
Yes, this the ring. You see it. Oh yes. If it's dark, let's press that with that small button there.
Right.
Yeah. And try it with floodlight and see. See what difference it will make. Have a look. Oh, it's a lot better now. Okay.
So how do I turn the flashlight off?
I just close it. So now we practice with composition. We have finished with composition. We are now going to do contrast. So the first one is to take with normal with whatever background there. Take the picture and have a look at it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, take the picture. But if you want, you could add the white light on. And we're going to experiment something different. I was doing with no background before, no light. Now let's try something. Yeah. Focus. Yes. Good. Oh yes.
Is this where it blurred the background?
Yes, this is blurring the background because when you put on focus, you are the lens actually blurring whatever is there in the background.
Oh, okay. That's right.
So you're focusing, when you're focusing it, you're more like telling the camera, don't worry about that.
Yeah, just focus on
the objects. You have done that. Is do contrast background.
How did you come up with that? Because it just makes a huge difference.
Different.
Did you just try?
Oh, well, when I was preparing for this training, I had to think about. There were things that just came in naturally, and I thought like, what about if whatever is going to make sense when you're practicing? And then I went to search for things to use. I got this model, and said like, well, in this model there could be issues with the background. So what about we adding the contrast? And it's part of when I was thinking about the topic as well. I had to plan it and as well get this information. But thanks God, you find out that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Try the contrast. Okay. Let's have a look. Yay.
I feel like yours was better.
Because let's try again with no flashlight and see what we're going to get.
Too dark.
Leave this flashlight on.
Okay.
Let's try a different experiment. I'm going to see how close that is. I'm going to pull it out and see if it's different and use your flyback. Is it in the background?
Yeah, that's the other stuff I.
Oh, okay. What about you? Come closer. Come closer and just take it here and focus on the picture. Normal. Is that in focus?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good, but still, it blurred the
Yes,
background.
that's what we wanted to get. See how differently they have made? It's blurred the background, but it's still giving you the really crisp, nice background.
Yeah.
So it's other thing as well. It's a good thing that experiment we tried that. It was not in the plan.
Focus on the object and really highlight it.
Yeah. So sometimes contrast is giving. It doesn't. The object doesn't need to be closer. It's to keep the general. When people look at the background, they create a nice color in the picture. If you look at that now, even though it's blurred out, it's create a nice color.
Yeah.
That's basically the contrast. You might notice as well when somebody is taking a picture, they will keep asking people to come to the front. That is the technique we try now. Because sometimes when people are too close, the background doesn't blend in nicely. But it's when you move out, like the one now, it has created a space. You could see the shoulders. It's keeping you a bit of separation between the back, and that's going to create a nice contrast. Well, there any questions? Well, I think we have learned something interesting about contrast and composition. So these are the two different things. Composition is placing the element, fitting. Contrast is look for the background. What makes the picture more enhanced, more interesting? Like we're using the army khaki in this person, but this is a little bit dark because it's metallic. So using the different background to make it stand out more. So are you ready for a small assessment?
Yeah.
So the assessment is one, frame the picture on the left side and take the picture to get the composition. The next one is to frame the picture toward the right side of the screen, take the picture. Then you'll be done with composition. After that, you move on with contrast. Taking the picture, and I will be holding this. Take your contrast picture. So when you're ready, you go on.
Will you just continue or you
Yes.
stop?
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Give you the lights. Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's try the contrast. Yeah, take the no.
There's no background.
See the difference that makes. Have a look. Yeah, that's still composition, contrast on with army khaki.
Put it down a bit. Oh, it's blurry. blurry.
It's blurry. Try again.
Down. More.
All right.
It's a bit far, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, look at that. Look like there's a big stand there. It's so nice. Well, well done you for the training. Yeah, this skill now that we have learned these things, you'll be able to use these ideas now. Like in terms of when you take a picture and you know there's something wrong with the background, you could come up with some creative things that make the background so nice. So you'll be able to go and use the skill now as we have learned them. So we have concluded our training, and thank you for being for being patient. It was really interesting how the time flies so quick.
Yeah.
But we are doing some activities. But yeah, in the future, if you feel like you wanna try new things, you could always when you have a camera, your mobile phone, you could try different things. Even a small flower, you'll be able to use it to see the background and what difference going to add to the image. So that's the thing that you would be able to do at home. But otherwise, our training is concluded. Thank you for coming.
thank you.